Hey, what's up everyone? Tim here, and I got a new knife to share with you guys. And yeah, I've had this one for about a week now, and I just want to give you some initial impressions and thoughts about this knife. So first of all, I want to give a huge thank you to Alex. He's the one who helped me get this knife to Canada because this one's pretty hard to find because it's discontinued at the moment, and the one seller that I did find that had it didn't ship to Canada. So yeah, Alex helped me out with getting this knife, and Alex, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. Okay, so let's getting into the knife. This is the Kershaw 1720 Junkyard Dog, and yeah, as mentioned, this is the discontinued model. It's no longer being made. You can get the Junkyard Dog 2, which is a larger version of it that has G10 handles and whatnot. But yeah, so I'm really happy to have this, and so far it's been working out pretty great. Really nice little compact EDC knife. Got a really interesting blade shape. It is a Tim Galian design, and as I understand it, Tim is currently working for Kershaw, so therefore he does not take orders, nor does he make any more customs at the moment. So I guess time will tell if he gets back into making his own customs. But anyway, yeah, I'm really liking this knife. It's got that aircraft, sort of Air Force theme. A lot of nice little details on it with the fake riveting and the decals here. And it is a stainless steel handle scales, frame lock. And it is a flipper. And this is a non-assisted flipper, so yeah, not spring assisted, and it works just fine. Yeah, there is no thumb stud, so your only option is the flipper. But it does require that bit of, building up a bit of pressure and then just popping it open. But after, flicking open a few times, it's really nice and smooth now. So yeah, I really like this so far. Ergonomics are really nice. It's got this jimping on the thumb ramp here, or at the top, and in this sort of finger choil. And that's very conducive of this sort of like pinch grip, which is very comfortable. Although, because this knife is pretty small, I don't even have like huge hands. I have like medium to kind of medium small hands, and in this grip my pinky does slip off the end a bit here, but it's still quite comfortable. Or to remedy that, you could always just hold it kind of like this, and even though there's no jimping here, I mean, it's not going to be like, oh, you can't, cut. It's still quite comfortable, and you can get a really good grip in it like this. So yeah, just to get more into it, it's got that it's got this pretty funky looking pocket clip on it, which a lot of people don't really like, or they might have issues with. I found it pretty weird at first, but ever since getting this knife, yeah, I can really see how it's actually quite unique and actually very functional. First of all, it's got these speed holes on the back of it, which make the knife go faster. No. It's, yeah, just some holes there for design, but basically the shape of it, because it's got this sort of indentation here, when I hold it in my hand, my knuckle right here kind of goes into this indentation. So when I hold the knife like this, it actually feels very comfortable in that I don't fully feel the pocket clip. Because most of you experienced knife users will, I'm sure you've experienced this before, where the handle of a knife is very ergonomic, but it's actually the pocket clip that gets in the way sometimes, and it gives you like a hot spot or two. But when I hold a knife like this, because of just the way the pocket clip is designed, it does fit my hand quite nicely. And when I squeeze it like this, I don't even really feel the pocket clip. That's pretty cool. And it is mounted for only one position, the pocket clip, which is tip down right side. And that's not necessarily a bad thing because, well, due to I guess they could have put a different style of pocket clip, but just the way that this one's designed, it only really fits tip down. But because of this location, this being a frame lock, a pocket clip in this position actually is very functional in that it keeps your fingers off of the locking bar. Because this is being a frame lock and not a liner lock, if your fingers were touching to come in contact with the locking bar as you try to deploy it, it could kind of hinder the speed of the knife, because you're then putting more pressure of the detent on the blade. So actually it works out quite nicely. You can kind of use this as a shelf to just pop it open. So yeah, really liking this knife so far, guys. and kind of makes me want to get a junkyard dog too, but we'll see. All right, and just to give you a bit of comparison, let's put it next to a couple of other Kershaw flippers. This is the Oh So Sweet assisted and nice knife. Also, one of the smaller EDC knives, and very famous Kershaw Skyline. All right. So yeah, overall, just a really interesting knife. I mean, there's just so many knives out there with, black handles and a satin or bead blasted blade, and this one really sets itself apart. I really like it. It's quite light. Well, it is a small knife and it is hefty for its size, but because the knife itself isn't huge, it's still quite manageable, even still being somewhat heavy for a knife this size. But it's still very, very manageable, and I like it a lot. Fit and finish is pretty good. The blade centering a little off, but it's not rubbing, so that's fine. And lockup is just fine. Although I did find that the seating of the blade isn't that great, because when it's closed, it slightly moves a little bit. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's not terrible. I mean, I can live with that. All right, so yeah, overall a great knife. Really excited to have it. Really glad I was able to get my hands on one, and yeah, I'm going to enjoy carrying it. Alright guys, so that's about it for this sort of knife overview and talk. I hope you found it interesting, and if you guys have any questions or comments, I always enjoy hearing from you guys. Alright, so yeah, let me know down below what you think. Okay, so thanks for watching guys, and I will see you on the next video.